How awesome I am at Jiu Jitsu. No, that's okay. I don't want to put that kind of pressure on you. Well, I hope the class was good, guys. I think I came here for Matt Blasdell's class, and he said everything I would have said. But I was thinking today about what I might say here, and I kind of broke it down into three areas: mental, physical, and spiritual. The same thing as the Gracie Barra symbol represents. I think mentally, for as long as I can remember, despite the fact that I'm tall and bigger, I've always been a little bit timid, and I just despise confrontation of any kind. So I remember when I came in here, came up on the hill to meet Felipe and decide to do jiu-jitsu. Felipe was like, "Oh man, this is the greatest self-defense ever. You know the Gracies." And I looked down, I'm like, man, I'm a nice guy. I'm like 35 years old. The last thing I'm going to do is get in a fight, right? I'm not getting in any fights. I want to try this jiu-jitsu thing. But what happened was, I think mentally, I'm much more confident. I'm much more willing to look at people in the eye, and know I'm not a fighter. I'm not an angry guy. But there's always that moment where sometimes you get pushed too far, and if you have the confidence, the things we learn in here, roll with guys like Eric and Justin, these big guys every day, full speed. It builds a bit of confidence for you. You can look someone in the eye, and you don't have to be intimidated. You don't have to be timid. You don't have to be a jerk, but you have that confidence, and that goes throughout your entire life. And I think mentally that's huge for me. It's changed me immeasurably that way. I have a lot more confidence. It helps me in my business, at work, at home. Physically, I've had a lot of challenges with injuries in here, and I'm not a quitter. I mean, a lot of the guys I started with are brown belts. They're halfway through their brown belt, and I've had to adjust my game. I've had to fight through injuries, and the mats, they teach you whether or not you're a quitter, whether you're not, there's a lot of guys that come in here, they hurt their ankle, they hurt their arm, and they just give up, So when you come out here, it's a test of who you are and what kind of person you want to be. And yeah, we have to rest when we get injuries, but the coming back and learning to go at a different pace, protect yourself, train differently, all that are principles that you can apply to your life, and you can apply to everything you do, right? Adjusting your game when you lose. I get tapped out by these guys all the time. I don't think I've ever passed either one of these two guards. And it's okay. I try hard. I come back every single time. I want to pass. One day I'm going to pass their guard legitimately when they don't let me, right? And if it was easy, I wouldn't want to do this, right? If Kanai, who's 50 pounds lighter than me, didn't submit me every time, then jiu-jitsu doesn't work. But it does, and he submits me all the time. The little guys can beat the big guys like me. Spiritually, or however you want to think of it, my whole family comes here. I'm proud of Professor Felipe. I'm proud of Professor Flavio. I'm proud of Professor Jogo. I'm proud of what Gracie Barra does. I'm proud of the people they help. I'm proud of what they do for all of us. So, and if I wasn't proud of what they did, this would just be a fight club. It would just be something that we come and we get exercise. But I feel really passionately about what the mission of Jiu-Jitsu is, what these guys do, what they do for my kids, what they do for my family. I have 5 people in my family. The kids are on the competition team. They show up here, 2 hours early for class. They coach classes. I help coach the kids program. My wife's like the team mom. We're all in here, right? And I don't regret it at all. It's one of the best things I've done in years. So there's all the things that it's done for me, and if you let it change you and you work hard, it'll make you a better person too. There's no way it can't. If you get injured, you just come back, you work your way back. The only way you aren't going to get better is if you stop coming. If you keep coming, you'll get better at jiu-jitsu, you'll win tournaments, you'll defeat your own demons, and you'll be a champion at whatever you want to do. So that's all I have to say, guys. I appreciate you.